Someone close to you is destroying your life. Right now, while smiling in your face, while pretending to care, while you trust them completely. They're not your enemy. They're worse. They're your friend, your co-worker, your family member. And they're so good at sabotaging you that you think it's all in your head. It's not. Here's how they're doing it, and here's how to stop them before they succeed. Jealous people don't announce themselves. They don't send you a memo that says, "I resent everything about you." They hide, they manipulate, they sabotage, and they do it with surgical precision, targeting your confidence, your relationships, your reputation, your success, one cut at a time, until you're bleeding out and you don't even know who's holding the knife. These are the 10 weapons jealous people use to destroy you, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. Let's go. Sign number 1, the poison compliment. They smile, they praise you, but there's venom in it. Wow, you're so confident for someone who's not conventionally attractive. I love how you just don't care what anyone thinks. I could never be that shameless. You're so lucky you got that job. They must have really needed to fill diversity quotas. It sounds like a compliment. For half a second, your brain registers praise. Then the poison kicks in, and suddenly you're questioning yourself. That's the design. The jealous person gets to look supportive while planting a bomb in your head. Every compliment has a detonator, and they're waiting for it to go off. Here's the sick part. You can't even call them out, because if you do, they'll gaslight you. "I was being nice. Why are you so sensitive?" But you're not sensitive. You're being psychologically manipulated, and they know exactly what they're doing. Sign number 2, the achievement eraser weapon. Number 2, the achievement eraser. You win. Nothing you do matters. Nothing you achieve counts. Because every win you have gets an asterisk. Every success gets a but. Why they do this? Your success is their failure. When you win, they lose. So they rewrite history to protect their ego. If your achievement doesn't count, then they don't have to feel inferior. They just convince themselves and everyone listening that you didn't really earn it. Real-world attack. You tell your friend group you got accepted to a prestigious program. In front of everyone, they say, "Oh yeah, I heard they expanded admissions this year because they're desperate for applicants. Congrats though." Now everyone at that table just had doubt planted in their minds. Your achievement feels smaller. You feel smaller. Mission accomplished. Sign number 3, the competition trap weapon. Number 3, the competition. You never agreed to everything becomes a contest. Watch them hijack the conversation to make it about their pain. Every single interaction is a battlefield, and they always need to win. This isn't playful rivalry. This is pathological. Because to them, if you have something good, it means they're losing, and they can't tolerate that. So they turn your life into a competition you didn't sign up for, and they fight dirty. Here's the trap. You start playing along. You start trying to prove yourself. You start defending your experiences. And the second you do, they've won. Real-world attack. You mention you're learning a new skill, let's say web design. Instead of encouraging you, they immediately jump in. "Oh, I've been doing that for years. I'm actually pretty advanced now. I could teach you if you want." Translation: I'm better than you. You're a beginner. I'm the expert. Stay in your lane. Or worse, you share that you're dealing with a personal loss. Instead of supporting you, they say, "Yeah, I know what that's like. When I lost my mom, it was way worse because..." And suddenly your pain is now about them. You're comforting them. Well, sign number 4, the identity thief weapon. Number 4, they steal your identity, then compete with it. You start a side hustle. Suddenly, they start the exact same one. You develop a unique style. Theirs shifts to match. You share a business idea casually. Weeks later, they've launched it. At first, you think, wow, imitation is flattery, right? Wrong, because they don't just copy you. They compete with you, and they try to do it better to prove they're superior. Because this isn't coincidence. This is calculated theft of your identity, your ideas, your energy, and then competition to prove they can do you better than you can. Real-world attack. You start a YouTube channel about psychology. They watch you build it for months. Then suddenly, they launch their own psychology channel, and they start promoting it aggressively, trying to grow faster than you. If you mention it, they'll say, "Psychology content isn't owned by you. Anyone can make videos." True, but the timing isn't coincidence. Sign number 5, the failure celebration. Weapon number 5, they celebrate your failures and call it concern. When something goes wrong in your life, they light up. Not openly, they're too smart for that, but you feel it. You see it in their eyes. That barely hidden smile, that sudden burst of energy, that intense interest in every painful detail. "Oh my God, what happened? Tell me everything." They're not worried about you. They're feeding off your pain. Why this is so dark? Your failure is their dopamine hit. Here's what makes it evil. They disguise it as care. "I'm just concerned about you. I want to make sure you're okay." But their concern feels wrong. It feels invasive, performative, like they're studying your breakdown, not supporting you through it. Real-world attack. Your relationship ends. They're suddenly your best friend again, texting constantly, wanting to be there for you, asking probing questions. "What went wrong? I always thought something was off about them. What did they do? How are you handling it?" It sounds like support, but it feels like interrogation. Because it is, they're not helping you heal. They're consuming your pain for entertainment. You feel alone in your worst moments, because the people who should support you are secretly enjoying watching you suffer. And that realization is almost as painful as the original failure. Sign number 6, the reputation assassin weapon. Number 6, they assassinate your reputation behind your back. This is where jealousy becomes lethal. While you think they're your friend, they're poisoning everyone against you, behind closed doors, in private conversations, to mutual friends, to colleagues, to anyone who will listen. And they do it brilliantly, always framed as concern, never as attack. I don't want to gossip, but have you noticed how Lisa's been taking credit for teamwork? I feel bad even saying it. Translation: Lisa's a fraud, and I'm planting that seed in your mind. Here's the genius of this weapon. They destroy you while looking like the good guy. They express concern so they seem caring. They admit feeling bad so they seem reluctant. But make no mistake, real-world attack. You're up for a promotion. Behind your back, they mention to your boss, "I'm excited for them, but I'm a little concerned they might be spreading themselves too thin. I'd hate to see them take on something they can't handle." Now your boss has doubt, not because of anything you did, but because someone planted a bomb in their perception of you. Or they tell your friend group, "I love them, but sometimes I worry they're not being completely honest with us. Like I've caught them in a few small lies. I hope everything's okay." By the time you realize your reputation has been damaged, it's too late. The seeds have been planted. The doubt has spread, and you have no idea who to trust anymore because you don't know who they poisoned against you. That's intentional. Isolation is part of the sabotage. Sign number 7, the support withdrawal weapon. Number 7, they vanish when you need them, appear when you don't. When you're struggling, they disappear. When you need help, they're suddenly unavailable. When you're vulnerable, they ghost. But when you're succeeding, suddenly they're right there, watching, monitoring, managing their jealousy up close. Here's the pattern. You ask for a favor that could help your career. "I'm so swamped right now, I wish I could help." You're going through emotional hell and need support. "I'm dealing with my own stuff. I can't really be there for you." You're facing a major challenge. Radio silence. But the second you achieve something, post about a win, or start thriving, they're in your DMs. "Hey, haven't heard from you in a while, let's catch up." Real-world attack. You're launching a business and ask if they can share your post or make an introduction. "Oh man, I totally would, but I'm so disconnected from social media right now / I don't really know anyone in that space." Sign number 8, the passive-aggressive sniper weapon. Number 8, passive-aggressive warfare. Must be nice. Some people have all the luck. I guess it's easy when you don't have real responsibilities. These aren't jokes. These are attacks, carefully designed to hurt you while giving them plausible deniability. If you react, they'll claim they were joking. "I didn't mean it like that" becomes their shield when you react. Passive aggression is the coward's weapon. It lets them express their jealousy, hurt you, and escape accountability all at once. And it's insidious because it accumulates. Sign number 9, the toxic advisor weapon number 9, weaponized advice. "I'm just trying to help. I'm saying this because I care. I don't want to see you fail." These phrases are red flags, because what follows isn't advice, it's sabotage dressed up as concern. And it's designed to do one thing: make you doubt yourself. You're starting a business. They list every reason it will fail. "I just want you to be realistic." You're pursuing a dream. They explain why you're not ready. "Maybe you should wait until you have more experience." You're excited about an opportunity. They point out every risk. "I just don't want you to get hurt." Here's the manipulation. They frame destruction as protection. They're not tearing you down. They're saving you from disappointment. Real-world attack. You tell them you're applying for a promotion. Instead of encouragement, they say, "Are you sure you're ready for that? I mean, you've only been in your current role for 2 years. Most people wait longer. I just don't want you to embarrass yourself if you're not qualified." Sign number 10, the celebration killer weapon. Number 10, they can't be happy for you, and they won't fake it anymore. This is the final sign, the clearest one. When good things happen to you, they can't celebrate at all. Their congratulations is forced. Their smile doesn't reach their eyes. Their enthusiasm dies in seconds. They change the subject fast. They find something negative to focus on. Or they just vanish. Because your happiness is their torture, your success is their failure, and they've run out of energy to pretend otherwise. Here's what this means. The mask is slipping. They're so consumed by jealousy that they can't even perform basic friendship anymore. And that's when you know this isn't fixable. This isn't a rough patch. This is who they are. Someone who resents your existence when you're thriving. Real-world attack. You get engaged. The best news of your life. Their response? A flat congrats via text. No follow-up, no questions, no excitement. When you see them in person, they barely make eye contact. They don't ask about the proposal, the ring, the plans, nothing. Because your joy is their pain, and they can't hide it anymore. Or you achieve something you've worked toward for years. You're glowing, excited. You want to share this moment with people you care about, and they're absent, emotionally checked out. That's great, delivered with zero energy. Then immediate subject change to something about them. Your moment dies in seconds because they killed it on purpose. The damage. This is the breaking point, because you can forgive a lot of things, but you can't have a relationship with someone who fundamentally resents your happiness. That's not a friend. That's not family. That's a person who wants you to fail. And staying connected to them is emotional suicide. Conclusion. Here's what you need to understand. These aren't random behaviors. This is warfare. Psychological, strategic, calculated warfare. And jealous people are fighting a war you didn't even know you were in. And it's time to stop being a victim and start being strategic. Here's what you do. First, stop feeding them information. Your goals, your progress, your wins, your struggles. None of it is their business anymore. Information is ammunition. Stop arming your enemy. Second, create distance. You don't owe your energy to people who resent your existence. Protect your peace. Protect your mental health. Protect your success. That means boundaries. That means less access. That means letting go. Third, document the patterns. When you start noticing these behaviors, you'll see them everywhere. Write it down. Not because you need to prove anything to anyone, but because gaslighting works. And jealous people will convince you that you're imagining things. Your notes are your reality check. Fourth, build a circle that actually celebrates you. Those people exist. You've just been wasting time on the ones who don't. Jealousy is a weapon. Now you know how it's used. Now you can see it coming. Now you can protect yourself. Welcome to psychological warfare. You're no longer unarmed.